Travis, explain the $100 entry fee for your tournament.
Yeah, good question. So the NAL events are out on the NAL Facebook page, and if you read the fine print, you are going to run across the $100 entry fee. And right away, I know it looks like it's super high and all that stuff. However, the fact is you guys are currently paying between $20 and $30 per arm currently, and you're getting, a hot dog and a bag of popcorn to be the winner. So I have been traveling the world for the last 3 or 4 years running these events at a $30 entry fee per arm. Last year I took it down to $50 for the first arm, and every other arm was free. You could pull multiple weight classes, multiple hands, multiple divisions, however you'd want. So this year, just more or less supply and demand. I have these tournaments every single weekend. People who run tournaments once or twice a year, they have this false sense of how almost impossible it would be to do what they do once or twice every single week. So if you're going to do it every single week, your promotion, your drive, your attention to detail is going to be lessened. It's just a fact. I used to run one tournament a year, and it was amazing. I used to give away four-wheelers and give away thousands of dollars, and it was awesome once a year. But the model now is for me to be everywhere. I've got gigs at strip clubs and nightclubs and expos and conventions all over the country. So if and when someone else is paying for me to already be in a city or a state, I'm gonna take advantage of that, and I'm gonna throw a National Arm Wrestling League mixer every single chance I get. I understand that the numbers are going to be very modest, right? We're looking at 25 to 40 arm wrestlers at these events, right? Now, there are tons of arm wrestling tournaments. Maybe it's me personally. Whatever it is that keeps those numbers there, it doesn't matter why. But the reality is those are the numbers. So the tournament that we are going to be given has a budget of about $2,000, $1,200 in cash, a $500 combat arm sports table. And if you don't trust that it costs me $500, then you can feel free to contact Brady at Combat Arm Sports, my partner, my freaking stud sponsor. But the simple fact is those $650 tables are given to the National Arm Wrestling League at a price of $500. So that takes it up to $1,700. And of course, we have to have at least one referee, maybe even two referees, and some sort of a scorekeeper host to actually pay as well. So at $2,000, we are going to need those 20 arm wrestlers just to break even. And if we get 40 arm wrestlers, then I'm gonna make $2,000, which I'm gonna eat, travel, stay in hotels, things like that. Whatever I do, that's the money I'll make. If you have a problem with me making money, then you shouldn't come to the tournament, okay? Because I can tell you that every single tournament that you go to, the deal is that the promoter is trying to make a profit. Okay, now, I'm not telling you that they all do. There are plenty that run their poor self ragged, and they do every single concession that every arm wrestler wants in order to get their numbers high enough to either break even or barely lose some money. Those things do happen. I don't commend those people. I have no problem with anyone having a tournament and not making a profit. I am in the business for profit, okay? So if I go to a tournament and there's 17 people there and we have the tournament, you can bet that me being in that city did produce some sort of profit, or I would not be there. Okay, so I want to make that perfectly clear, because I believe that there's an unsaid rule that you're allowed to be involved in this community and produce arm wrestling events, but you're not allowed to benefit from it for some reason. Only the arm wrestler can benefit. Well, that's not the way the National Arm Wrestling League is going to run, and that's not the way Travis Bagent is going to do things. The entry fee is $100 because that's what's required to have the event. If you are a 165-pound amateur arm wrestler, you have the ability to pull the trophy class left and right-handed, the pro class left and right-handed. You also have an option to pull in the team competition. Just to go over the team really quick, it's a 3-man team consisting of our 3 National Arm Wrestling League weight classes. You must have one guy that is eligible to pull in the 0 to 176 class. One of your guys must be eligible to pull 0 to 209. And the third one must be a 0 to an unlimited weight. You can have 3 lightweights. You can have 1 lightweight and 2 middleweights, or you can have 1 lightweight, 1 middleweight, and 1 heavyweight. What you can't do is have 3 middleweights or 3 heavyweights, because you do need one guy to weigh under 176 pounds. The 2 teams will go up on the stage together, depending on what round it is. The first round, the lightweight guys will begin. They'll pull their 2 out of 3 match. The winning team will be up 1-0. The second match will fire off. If the same team wins the second match, it's 2-0 and that team will advance. If it's a rubber match and each team member wins 1 apiece, the third match will indicate which team moves up the double elimination bracket and which team goes down to the loser's bracket. So there's one guy who can bitch to me, and that is the super heavyweight left-handed only pro. Right? Because he's the only guy that can only pull 1 class. And listen, if you are that guy, or you're just a very poor, broke-ass dude, all you gotta do is whisper in my ear that you need a favor. And I'm all about giving favors, right? So if anybody in this arm wrestling community can't afford the $100 entry fee, all you gotta do is whisper in my ear. As long as I know you're not trying to take advantage of me, I'm pretty much gonna take care of you 100% of the time. So if anyone ever asks you about this $100 entry fee, just look at them very simple and say, hey, my man, if you can't afford it or you don't think it's worth it, then don't bring your ass to the event. And also, don't type a bunch of dumb shit on the computer, because your name is right beside your profile picture. And I'm going to see you at some of these events. And if you write that I'm a jackass, I'm gonna ask you about it when I see you, okay? And I'm gonna have the microphone, and I can be brutal on that microphone. I'm not gonna punch you. You're not allowed to fight in this country in 2019. However, I will verbally destroy you on that microphone if you type a bunch of dumb shit about the $100 entry fee. Don't be that guy. Thanks a lot.